So the other day, I was having a conversation with my friend Nick, and the topic of ugly websites versus nicely beautiful websites came up. And he was asking me for my input about which ones would convert better. And it got me thinking, and I that's something that I normally take a look at the numbers and the data that I've collected over the last 10 years of building restaurant websites, and and it was interesting because normally our best performers and highest converting websites would be the ugliest ones. We would have pretty much really ugly websites doing $30,000, $40,000 a month, no issues. While we had some very nicely and beautifully designed websites, do 10, 12K a month. Not sure what the thought behind that is, but I can give you my own perspective, right? Before, back then, I would see a very nice and beautiful restaurant website, and the first thing that would come to mind was this place is expensive, right? Because you look at it and you're like, man, this looks really nice. It's beautiful. It's this and that. So you immediately associate that with a very expensive place. At least that was my experience. Especially when you're coming from pretty much nothing, and you're very careful about your how you spend your money. So that was my experience. Other people, it could be completely different, right? Because every person has a totally different mentality, and not the same one to another person. So that was our the data behind each website. We'd have some ugly websites converting at 23, 25%, while we would have a really nice and beautiful website converting at 3 to 5%. Such a crazy difference. Now, granted, on both places, user experience trumps everything, right? So we every time we build a website, we're very careful, and we always try to give the visitor the best experience possible, so that all the information just flows naturally, right? They can consume all the information that they need, make a decision, place an order, and then either go pick it up at the restaurant or have it delivered to their house. So both places, that's our utmost goal. It is to provide a seamless experience when visitors are browsing the website, to help it convert it, at a higher percentage, rather than just slap a bunch of elements together and just say, hey, we put a website up here, come visit, buy from us. Doesn't work that way. So it was interesting, and it was something that I just had never given it much thought or anything. But he got me thinking, and yeah, by looking at the numbers, I remember very clearly and vividly. And I'll give you one example. We had one website for an Italian restaurant where the owner he said, "Hey, listen, as long as it brings me revenue and I can add more to what we do here a year, it'll help me keep the lights on." Versus his wife, that was always complaining, "Hey, the website's ugly. I don't like it. Can we make it look very beautiful?" And I told her at least what my chain of thought was at the moment. This was back in 2016, and I told her, "Listen, I can make it very beautiful, but your sales might go down, because then people will start associating your place with a very expensive and high end place, and your location is not exactly a great one, you know." So I will do my best, and I will keep try to strike a balance between a very beautiful website and a highly converting that's a little on the uglier side. And let's see what we can do. When we made the changes, numbers did go down a little bit. They went from, I believe it was like $11,000 or $12,000 to like 8, 9, and floating into 10 some months. So it was interesting to see. Right now, it's doing great again. It's doing way more than that. But this was back in 2016, and that was the experience, and the fluctuations that we saw at the moment, right? So something to think about next time you're thinking about building a new website for your restaurant or thinking about redesigning it. That's all I got for now. I guess I'll just catch you guys on the next one. So now, in the meantime, just go get it.